Hello, welcome to this review of McCormick Scotch whiskey. This is
versus Grant's.
Yeah, now this, well, we never did a review of this first, so that'll be the second part. You found this at a local store and you get a real good deal on it. It's a 3-year age, that's the minimum. It has to be aged at least 3 years, and it's imported and bottled in Western Missouri by McCormick Distilling. So it's produced for them and they bottle it, just like Sazerac does with a lot of their Scotch.
I saw this and I was like, McCormick's, don't they make spices?
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was thinking. And then I never heard of them. So initially when I passed by, somebody was trying to dump this. This is a liter bottle. They were trying to dump it for $10. So I was like, well, I'll pass on it. But then I went back and it was $5. And I figured, for $5, you can't even get a 6-pack of beer for $5.
Yeah, you gotta buy it then.
So I figured I'll go ahead and taste it. And as you can tell, it's been being tasted. Now so I told Jay, I said, hey, you gotta try this stuff.
Yeah, and I bought you this liter at another store for $7.99, and I thought that was a good deal, but this is McCormick American Special Reserve whiskey, but you trumped me on that.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and try this. See what it's all about.
And I've never had this, people.
Oh yeah, it smells like Scotch. Say when.
Okay. That should be enough. It's very pale.
As most Scotches are.
Pale straw gold.
Yep.
The aroma is corn. Grain. Yes. Sweet corn.
Mm-hmm.
Peat, I'm not smelling that. Smoke, no way. Just sweet corn. That's it. Smells fine. I like sweet corn. I had corn today for lunch. Well, breakfast, lunch, brunch.
Grits?
No, it was actually canned corn. Whole kernel. Yeah, smells fine. Now, is it elaborate or fantastic? No.
Nope.
All right,
Cheers.
cheers.
Now you get the peat. Peat's there.
You do get a little bit of it. A little bit. You know, like, so it's
The
probably
peat, there's some smoke.
a little
Little
bit.
smoke. Little smoke. I think it's associated with the peat.
Well, yeah, obviously. It's very minimal. Like, it's probably 80% grain whiskey. There's probably 20% single malts, Speyside, a little Isla. That's where the smoke's coming in. Maybe some Highland, maybe some Lowland. I don't know. More dings on the phone.
I wish I knew who this was. I don't know. But they call him back.
Mute it.
I can't mute it. Just gotta listen to that nice little charm. There you go.
The body's medium. It finishes dry. It's a lot of bread though, so maybe it's a higher percentage of single malt than I thought. Is it bitey? No.
That's what I was thinking as I took the first sip, I was like, okay, this is $5, whatever, just enjoy it. But you let it sit on your palate, and then the real Scotch flavors start coming out of it, and you can tell, okay, this is real Scotch. This is peat. This is the moss. This smoke. You're getting it.
So we don't know who makes it. Obviously, McCormick contracts with somebody in Scotland. They bottle it independently in Missouri. You know, Heaven Hill does the same thing with the J.W. Dant and so forth. But and Sazerac does it with Inverhouse and all of that. But it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Does it have any bitiness or nastiness or any pushback? No.
And see, that's another thing I was noticing too, is that it doesn't have the bitey push, as you call it, the pushback. It doesn't have something that's making it taste.
I mean, it's
this
sweet.
way or too that way.
It's sweet. It's like, but to me, all whiskey tastes like sugar water. I always say that. To me, whiskey tastes like sugar water. Maybe I'm a nut, but that's what it tastes like. But now, if you bought this and you thought, oh, I want to buy it, it's going to be so complex, it's going to be so developed, it's going to be amazing. No one in their right mind is going to think that. It's a grocery store Scotch that people buy because they're having a barbecue and they want people to come over and sip some, and they know they're going to try to go into their good stuff, so they put it out on the picnic table so they can drink the cheap stuff, right?
Or even this is even like something that a Scotch, somebody that's starting off drinking Scotches might enjoy. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's bad. I think there are some qualities about it that are not great. I think in some
I don't
cases,
know what those are. Maybe the sweetness, the sugar.
The sweet and sugar, yeah. There's a slight gratiness going on.
A starter. It might be if you want to transition from bourbon to Scotch. I never understood all that though. I mean, those terms don't really mean anything to me, but people say it's a starter Scotch because I always jump into the deep end of the pool anyway. Like when I started drinking beer in 1996, I immediately started trying any craft beer I could find, no matter how extreme.
Budweiser is your first review.
But that was in 2010, but I did that for a purpose. That was done for a reason.
A Purkis. Did you say a Purkis?
No, I said a purpose. No, because I thought, you know, that's like the most iconic beer, so I'll start with that and go for it. But when I started drinking in tasting in 96, I meant to say tasting.
We got him, kids. We got him.
No, but honestly, I would just drink any mass-produced beer interchangeably with any craft beer. And of course, in 96, you didn't have that many craft beer, but you did have some, and their flavors were extreme in some ways, you know.
So how would you score this? I think it's pretty good.
I like it quite a bit. I think they got a good contract. I don't know who makes it. It could be, you know, it could be Johnny Walker making
It's
it.
Scotch. You take
Dewar's making it. I think
this has got a more of a Scotch presence than those other Scotches like Johnny Walker I picked up. This has got a stronger Scotch.
nah, I can't believe that, but of course I never tried those yet. But
the Game of Thrones.
yeah, I can't believe that this thing would be more.
No, no. Don't get me wrong. That's more refined. This is more like a Scotch. Like it's Scotch. It grabs you by the corners and says, "I'm Scotch." That's what this is. That's more refined. That's more like, "Hey, I'm Scotch. I'm Scotch on a delicate level. I'm Scotch on refined level. I'm Scotch here." Almost
So you're
like
saying this
bourbon.
is more like what your grandpa or somebody would have drank?
Oh, this is something you're like, oh, this is Scotch.
Okay, so
You
now
gotta drink it.
I'm going to give it, like you say, all that rhetoric aside, because, you know, it gets kind of like crazy, you know, because we've been doing a lot of reviews. But I think I would give it like 89, a B+. Almost excellent.
Wow.
It's not excellent, but it is almost. And for $5,
And for $5.
but I mean, price
You get a
aside,
liter.
but price aside, it is really nice, you know.
40%. I mean,
Well, it has to be at least 40% to be a Scotch.
3 year aged.
Has to be 3-year aged.
We've had whiskeys that were 2 year aged.
That's America.
That's in America.
This is the kingdom of Scotland.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna give it a B+. I think it's good. It's just amazing what you get in some finds that you see out there, and this mixed mark names and this, you know, it's not made by them. They just bottle it. So
That's all they do.
pretty
Pay
good
the
stuff.
price, have it shipped, bottle it.
Boom.
Boom. Okay, now we do the Grants, because you told me on the phone you said that stuff tastes like Grants.
I think it does taste like
Then he
Grants.
asked
but
me,
it's also
you ever
been
tried
a long time
Grants?
since I've had Grants.
He
And
asked
there
me-
are some qualities about this that remind me of Grants.
You said you knew somebody years ago that used to drink Grants.
Yeah.
He asked me, you ever tried Grants? I said, I got a bottle in my house. This is the basic Grants, the Family Reserve. It's not like the 21-year age.
Yeah, that's all it was. And what was the price point on this? Like $20?
I think it was like $23.99 for the huge
And
handle.
this is a handle, right?
It was a good deal, actually.
Yeah. So this is a liter and a fifth, and what we were sporting for was a liter, which is 25% more than you get in a standard 7.5.
Right, your normal size is 750.
Right.
So this is 1,750, the other one was 1,000. And I bought that at Mathern's, yeah. It's a good price. And you can find Grants at any liquor store.
Yeah.
Let me see it. I don't think they have an age statement.
These two are smelling familiar. They got the same stench.
All right. This is an old brand that's been around for longer than we've been around. All right.
Grants, boy, I'll pull that one out of it.
1887, yeah. All right,
Out
so
of the book.
appearance, Grants might be a little bit darker. I don't know, maybe not. They're both kind of honey. Okay.
Almost the same color.
Okay, yeah, never mind. They're not really different. All right.
The nose is almost the same. They're almost the same. This one's got more of a like an ethanol-ness to it.
Ethanol.
Yeah.
Maybe Grants makes it for McCormick.
I don't know. Cheers.
All right, cheers. I'm gonna go get some yogurt after this. No, but
This one's sweeter and it's missing that.
it doesn't have the peaty or smokiness, but it has a little bite. It's like the more expensive product, and it's got more of a bite, more of a pushback.
Yeah. And where's the?
But it's not as sugary. See, it's not as sugary, and it does have some refinement. It's not like sugar water, but it's. I mean, Grants. You said that's what a lot of old people used to drink. Kind of like old charter bourbon in the bourbon world. I mean, neither one of these is in the new modern, you know what I mean?
Let's not get started on a new modern this or a new modern that.
Yeah, we had some bad
IPAs.
We had some bad experiences with the new modern.
This one's not as peaty or mossy.
You don't get the smoke, you don't get the peat.
Right.
Well, hey, if you get the McCormick, you get some smoke. You get a little peat. And they're both sugary, they're kind of inexpensive.
This one's sweeter.
No, I don't believe that.
All right, we gotta do side by side later then. We gotta do blind.
And you were like, I don't have time, but
I don't
yeah,
have
we could do it one other day. If you come over to my house,
We'll do it another time.
do a blind, yeah.
At 3 a.m. I'll make sure to get that at 3 a.m.
I think I could do it. I think I could tell them apart because I would just look for the smoke. If I picked up the smoke, I would know it was the McCormick.
And you have a tendency to lean toward products that have smoke. You've said
I
that.
do.
in your
I
videos.
like smoke. Yeah, any smoky product, I like it. Like we were discussing that on a live hangout, and Jean-Pierre was like, "What single malt whiskey should I get first? Single malt Scotch?" I said, "Get Ardbeg 10." And then the Whiskey Scout was like,
Oh no, I was there.
"The Whiskey
I
Scout was
told
like,
him
no,
love
don't
it.
do that. It's
I
gonna be
told
too
him
smoky."
love
I
it.
said,
told
"Not
him
for
love
me."
it. No,
Huh?
I told him love it.
Love
See,
it.
he's not a Scotch drinker, so he's got to start off small. You can't throw him right into the fire.
I say, dive in. But
Not everyone's like you. You can't throw him right into the fire.
this has a little waxiness too. Which one do I prefer? It's hard to say. I guess I prefer both. This one has like a little honeycomb, like honeycomb. I don't know. They're both nice, but I mean, obviously, if you can find a liter of Scotch for $5,
Deal.
now was that like $4.99? It was like $5 even
$5 even. Yeah.
plus tax.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So like $5.50
No,
after tax.
I don't know. All of a sudden you're going from this 99 and that 99 to my product and you're calling it plus tax.
Well, man,
But
obviously.
you never do that with everything else. You never go, oh well, it was $13.92.
Okay, well, this was $23.99 plus tax.
That means 24.
Yeah, well, probably like 25.
And
Something.
then you try to push mine, which is $5, to it's $5.50. So let's calculate tax on
We
yours.
have to pay the.
Let's calculate tax on yours.
You have to pay the tax.
Isn't yours going to be $26.50 now?
Well,
If you were to call mine $5.50, isn't yours going to be $26.50? So which one's better? McCormick.
well, folks, see what happens when.
McCormick.
No, I can't say one is better than the other, but as far as the McCormick Scotch, I would give it a B plus, definitely. It's almost excellent. I like it.
I'm going to give Grant's a lesser grade. I'm going to give Grant's a B minus because it's not.
A B minus, you going crazy, but you know, factor in we did do a lot of reviews. Uh oh.